You're doing everything right. Beans, lentils, whole grains, tomatoes. Every food your doctor recommended. Every food labeled heart healthy, plant-based, and high fiber. And yet, your gut is bloated. Your joints ache, your brain is foggy, and your liver, despite everything, is still not healing. What if I told you the problem is not what you're avoiding? What if the problem is exactly what you are celebrating? Today, we are going behind the labels, behind the superfood marketing, and we are looking at what these plants are actually doing inside your body at a molecular level. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you will permanently change how you look at your plate. I'm Dr. Max, and today we are decoding the plant defense system that may be silently driving your leaky gut, your autoimmune symptoms, and your stubborn fatty liver. Science first, solution second. Let's dive in. Part 1. The plant that fights back. I want to start with a question nobody asks. If an animal is being attacked, it runs, it bites, it defends itself actively. What does a plant do now? It cannot run, it cannot bite. Over millions of years, plants developed something far more sophisticated than calls or speed. Chemical warfare. Inside your beans, your whole grains, your nightshade vegetables lives a class of proteins called lectin. And here is the first critical thing I need you to understand. Lectins are not nutrients. They are not there to nourish you. They are biological defense weapons, engineered by evolution to survive your entire digestive system intact and cause enough internal disruption that you, the predator, learn to stop eating that plant. The problem for us, we never got the message. We kept eating, and those lectins kept doing exactly what they were designed to do, quietly, chronically, meal after meal, inside the very people who thought they were eating the healthiest diet possible. So, how exactly do they cause damage? They specifically, they seek out a molecule called sialic acid, found in the lining of your gut wall, your brain tissue, and your joint surfaces. They latch on, and once they attach to your intestinal lining, they trigger the release of a protein called Zonulin. Zonulin is the gatekeeper of your gut. Think of your intestinal lining as a wall of bricks with tiny security gates between each brick. In a healthy gut, those gates open briefly, just long enough to allow nutrients through, then close precisely, controlled and selectively. Those gates are forced open, and they stay open. Partially digested food, particles, bacterial toxins, all of them crossing directly into your bloodstream. This is intestinal permeability. Leaky gut is not a wellness buzzword. It's a measurable, documented physiological breakdown. But here is where this stops being just a gut story, because what leaks through that wall travels somewhere very specific, and what happens there affects your entire body. The third part is identifying the thief. The autoimmune connection. Breach the gut wall and enter your bloodstream. Your immune system does exactly what it is designed to do. It builds antibodies to identify and neutralize the foreign proteins. Completely normal, completely intelligent. Some lectins, particularly with germ Lectin from whole wheat, have a protein structure that is remarkably similar to proteins found in your own body, your thyroid gland, the lining of your joints, your nerve tissues. The immune system, having built antibodies against the lectin, begins using those same antibodies against you. Not because your immune system is broken, but because it was confused by a plant protein that looked exactly like your own tissue. This is called molecular mimicry, and it is the hidden biochemical bridge between a leaky gut and autoimmune diseases like Hashimoto's thyroiditis and rheumatoid arthritis that millions of people are managing for years with no identified root cause. The root cause, in many cases, entered through the gut, wearing the face of bread. Now, I need to show you where this connects directly to your liver, because this is a connection that almost no lectin video ever makes. And for anyone dealing with fatty liver disease, it is the most important part of this entire conversation. Here's a piece of anatomy that changes how you understand everything we just discussed. Every single thing that crosses your intestinal wall travels to one destination first, the portal vein, a direct anatomical highway from your gut straight to your liver. This is why the liver is positioned where it is. It is the body's second line of defense, a biological checkpoint between your digestive system and the rest of your body. In a healthy gut with intact tight junctions, only appropriate nutrients travel that highway. The liver handles clean, manageable traffic. Now, apply a chronically leaky gut. Through those forced open gates, two things flood the portal vein with every meal: the leptins themselves and Lipopolysaccharides, LPS, toxic fragments from the outer membrane of your gut bacteria that should never leave the intestine. LPS is one of the most potent inflammatory triggers in human biology, and it is now hitting your liver 3 times a day. Your liver's immune cells, called Kupffer cells, detect the LPS. They activate, they release inflammatory cytokines, TNF-alpha and IL-6. The same inflammatory cascade I have covered in previous episodes on fatty liver diseases. This chronic Kupffer cell activation drives fat accumulation in the liver cells. It accelerates metabolic dysfunction associated steatotic liver disease. It degrades mitochondrial function in the most mitochondrial dense organ in your body. Your stubborn fatty liver may not only be a sugar problem, it may be a gut permeability problem, fed daily by the lectins in the foods you were told are good for you. Part 5. The hit list. Not every plant carries the same leptin load. Here are the 4 primary offenders. Number 1. Red kidney beans contain a lectin called phytohemagglutinin, potent enough in raw form to cause acute toxicity. Lentils and soybeans carry significant loads as well. Number 2. Grains, especially whole wheat. Wheat germ agglutinin is uniquely aggressive. It crosses the blood-brain barrier, binds to insulin receptors, and structurally mimics the insulin itself. This is not a minor gut irritant. It is a systemic metabolic disruptor. Number 3. Nightshades, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, potatoes. Concentration is highest in the seeds and their skins, not the flesh itself. Number 4. A1 diary contains a lectin-like protein called beta-casein A1 that behaves similarly to lectins in the gut environment. Before you clear out the entire kitchen, here's what I need you to hear. You do not have to eliminate these foods forever. You have to prepare them correctly. Part 6. The lectin neutralization protocols. The preparation method is a difference between a food that heals and a food that harms. Here's exactly what to do. Protocol number 1. Pressure cook over legumes. Standard boiling is insufficient to break down the triple helix protein structure of lectins and beans and lentils. The only method that reliably destroys lectin activity is pressure cooking. A minimum of 15 minutes at full pressure, an instant pot works perfectly. This single change may resolve gut symptoms that months of elimination diets, probiotics, and supplements have failed to fix. Protocol number 2. Choose fermented grains over whole grains. The bacteria in long fermentation process consume lectins as a metabolic fuel. Genuine sourdough bread fermented for a minimum of 12 hours with a live starter carries a fraction of lectin content of commercial whole wheat bread. This is not a marketing claim, it is actually a documented biochemical transformation happening in the fermentation vessel before the food ever reaches you. Protocol number 3. Peel and deseed your nightshades. Removing the skin and seeds of your tomatoes and peppers eliminate approximately 90% of their lectin load. Cooked, peeled, seeded tomatoes are fundamentally different biological food than a raw tomato eaten whole. Protocol number 4. Sprout before you cook. Sprouting triggers the plant's germinations program, shifting it biochemically from defense mode into growth mode. In this way, the plant redirects its resources away from anti-nutrients toward growth compounds. Sprouted lentils, sprouted chickpeas, sprouted grain products carry measurably lower lectin and anti-nutrient loads. Sprouting followed by pressure cooking delivers the maximum lectin reduction available through food preparation alone. For protocols, zero new foods required. Just a recalibration of how you prepare the foods you already eat. Here's the complete picture. Lectins are plant defense proteins built to survive digestion and cause enough biological disruption to protect the plant from being eaten. They trigger zonulin, force your gut gates open, and create intestinal permeability. Through molecular mimicry, the antibodies your immune system builds against them can turn against your own thyroid and joints. And through your portal veins, they deliver a daily stream of inflammatory toxins directly to your liver, accelerating fatty liver disease and systemic metabolic dysfunction. Your body was not failing you, it was responding precisely and intelligently to a protein it was never designed to handle in the quantities the modern diet delivers. You know what that protein is, you know where it hides, and you know exactly how to neutralize it. If this video gave you a new lens on your health, share it with someone who is eating healthy and is still struggling. They need to see this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.